guys, so last week I uploaded a video where I told you my real Icelandic name. After I posted the video, a lot of people were very curious about Iceland, Icelandic culture and everything about Iceland, which I get because Iceland is such a weird country. So I asked you guys on Twitter to tweet me questions about Iceland that you want to know. If you are new here and is wondering why I'm making a video about Iceland, it's because I am from Iceland, I live in Iceland, and yeah. That is why I am answering these questions. I know there is a volcano in Iceland called Eyjafjallajökull. How do you pronounce that? I would love to know. So, Iceland is very known for our volcanoes. One of them erupted in 2010, I think, and there was just like news about it all over the world because it was like stopping flights and airplanes. So yeah, everyone was kind of pissed at Iceland when our volcano erupted. This is like one of the most difficult words to pronounce, especially for Americans, because we have the two L's, and when we pronounce those, it sounds like an Eyjafjallajökull. You know, so anyways, what is something people that visit Iceland should not miss? Most people who travel to Iceland go to the Blue Lagoon, which I really love. I've been to the Blue Lagoon multiple times and I really love it. So I would definitely recommend going to the Blue Lagoon. It is also amazing just experiencing our nature. So I would definitely book a tour. You could book a tour that is called the Golden Circle, where you can like go see a lot of beautiful waterfalls and landscapes, and yeah, just explore the nature. That's like the #1 thing that I would do. How hard was it for you to pick up English? Here in Iceland we obviously speak Icelandic, but we do teach English in schools. One thing that really helps here in Iceland is that all of like TV programming is in English. We don't talk over movies and TV shows with Icelandic. I know that some countries, I think like Spain and Germany, speak over television programming, but obviously we have Icelandic subtitles, so it was very easy for me to pick up English because I watched a lot of Friends and I got most of my English vocabulary from Friends and just by reading books. For example, I read the whole Harry Potter series in English. Most people here in Iceland can speak English fluently. How do people from Iceland view American people? Americans are a lot more talkative people than Icelandic people, so it's so funny when you meet like an American tourist. They just talk a lot, but it's like good, it's fun that they talk a lot. I can't really speak for everyone, but I have been to America and I really like the people, like people who work at like retail and at restaurants. They were always super nice. So yeah, I mean, I really like Americans. So when you have traveled, what is the biggest cultural difference you noticed? Does Iceland have a national costume? Iceland is a very safe country. We are #1 peaceful country in the world. Like people here leave their sleeping babies outside and we let kids run around the streets. Like, it's very safe here in Iceland. No one has any guns. I don't really know what the biggest cultural difference is, but just like Iceland is just such a small country. We have, I think, like 340,000 people living in Iceland. Does Iceland have a national costume? Yes, we do, and it's the costume is very funny. I'm just gonna leave a picture and you can see it. Would you recommend Iceland as vacation country? Listen, if you like cold weather, then sure. Yes, if you are interested in nature and seeing like beautiful things, then yes, because Iceland is a beautiful country. Like, the nature here is just insane. Iceland is very expensive, and it is very expensive to buy food and like gas on your car, and just everything is so expensive. So if you have the money, go for it because it's so beautiful here. What is the typical meal in Iceland? Introduce yourself in Icelandic. In what city do you live? And how would you describe Icelandic people? I really don't like traditional Icelandic food such as fish and lamb and shark, and you know, I really don't like eating fish at all. A lot of people here in Iceland just eat, you know, regular food like pizza, hamburgers, like, you know, go to Domino's. Introduce yourself in Icelandic. Okay. I'm going to say my name and my age. It just feels so awkward talking Icelandic on camera. It's something about it that just feels wrong, but okay, here it goes. Hi, ég heiti Hrafnhildur Rafnsdóttir og ég bý á Íslandi og ég 20 ára gömul. Yeah. My voice changes a lot when I speak in English, og þegar ég tala íslensku þá breytist röddin mín ógeðslega mikið. So yeah, I will leave subtitles for you guys. In what city do you live? There's actually only one city in Iceland, and that is Reykjavik, which is our capital city, and I live in a town called Hafnarfjörður. How would you describe Icelandic people? It's like weird trying to speak on behalf of a whole country, but let's just look at our president. Our president is called Guðni T.H. Jóhannesson, and he is the most adorable president in the whole world. I feel like he represents our country very well. He donates a part of his salary to like organizations. He's very supportive and open-minded about the LGBTQ+, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, but like the gay community. I feel like we celebrate people a lot. We're obviously a very small country, so whenever someone who is Icelandic does something very big or something great, we are so like proud, like of our soccer team and our handball team and all of our like great actors. I really like Icelandic people. We are very lovely. Is Icelandic a little similar to other languages, is like Norwegian or Swedish? Yes, to an extent. Icelandic is very similar to I don't know what it is called in English, but it is like the Faroe Islands, I think. I'll leave it on the screen. It is very similar to that language. Also Danish, like we have to learn Danish in middle school and high school. You can pick up Danish quite fast because it is like some words are very similar. Yeah, I feel like Icelandic and like Danish, Norwegian and Swedish are kind of similar. They have that Scandinavian sound, but I feel like Icelandic is more like softer than Danish. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful language. I really hope you guys liked this video and learned something about Iceland. It is honestly a beautiful country. I really love living here and like the people and the language. By the way, if you are from Iceland and is watching, then please comment something in Icelandic so other people can see our beautiful language. And yeah, if you want to know something more about Icelandic, just ask me, tweet me, DM me on Instagram, and I will answer because I love this country and I would like to educate you more if you like. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Goodbye.